take its time, but it will align, yeah.
So I know that like every YouTube return you're supposed to be like really formal with it and say like where you've been and what you've been doing, and I can give you that at another time, just not right now. I'm not feeling that right now. What I am feeling, so when I do make that video, it'll be clear that I've changed a lot, I've grown a lot, I've gotten into different things, and I've kind of stepped into what I'm supposed to be doing as far as what I feel like my calling is, right? So with that comes, I'm much more spiritual. I'm no longer religious, but I am much more spiritual, and I do read tarot cards. I study tarot. I study astrology a little bit, and I do spiritual work for people. So you can purchase tarot readings from me now. It's fun. It's a fun thing. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new way of looking at my life, what I'm going through, what I've learned as a child, what I went through as a child. Like, just, it's a whole new spectrum of things, right? So that's what I do now. I still love makeup, still love hair. As you can see, my little baby has flourished and is still flourishing. She's healthy. So we'll get into where I've been and everything like that another time. So what I wanted to do today, so right now today is August 12th. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. And I don't necessarily believe in the superstition behind that day. But tomorrow is also a full moon, and it's the harvest moon of the year. So the harvest moon is called the harvest moon because if you're a person of agriculture or you do farming, you take care of crops, you plant and things like that, you know that the harvest moon is the moon that tells you the best time to actually plant your harvest, to put your seeds in the ground, start working on them. So up until this point, you're supposed to be preparing your soil, making sure that you have the nutrients and things for your plants to grow and flourish, making sure that you have them in an area where the sun's gonna hit how it should and things like that. So the harvest moon is a time for planting seeds agriculturally. That can also be and is also spiritually, right? So when you plant spiritual seeds, that is a time of you to make your intentions clear so that they can manifest during this moon, during the moons to come. For example, let's say that you want to travel. The seed that you're planting is the way that you plan on making that happen for yourself. Me, for example, I want to travel. In the job that I recently started, there is lots of room for growth, but a part of that growth is traveling from state to state, from location to location. So the seed that I'm planting is learning everything that I can possibly learn to exceed expectations in my role, so that when it's time to pick someone to travel and to go state to state, I'm who you're looking at, I'm who you pick. That is me planting that seed. Another seed or another, thing that I want to flourish in my life is my credit score. I will probably never make a video about that because that is not, like, I'm embarrassed. My credit score is a whole hot mess. I can't get anything. Like, if I went to the bank and was like, will y'all let me borrow a pen? They would laugh at me and tell me to get the ASAP. So no. But my credit score, I would like for my credit score to be, I don't need it excellent, but I need it to a point where I can go get the things that I want, and I can go get something that I need if I ever get to a point of needing it. So for me, the seed that I'm planting is paying off loans, making payment arrangements, disputing things that are not familiar, taking the steps necessary. So when you plant seeds, you are making sure that your intentions are clear and that you know what steps you're going to be taking to fulfill that intention, to obtain whatever it is you desire, to create what it is you're trying to create. If you don't have intentions, start there. What do you want? What are you doing? What is it that you really desire? What is it that if you knew you could have it, you would ask for it? Because some people don't ask for things because they don't believe they'll ever get them. They're scared to ask for them. If you knew you could have it, what would you ask for? At that point, those are your intentions. Now, how do you plan to go about making those intentions come to fruition, making those ideas come to actually be? Those are the steps you'll take. The steps that you're taking, that is you tending to your crop. That is you watering your seed. That is you making sure the soil is good. Take those steps. If you have intentions and you don't have steps, you don't have a plan, then that's where you're at. That's what you need to be working on, your plan. What exactly are you doing? You need to know what you're doing, and you need to know your end game, because it is important to make sure that your current is in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing and your end game. If that doesn't make sense to you, you in trouble. Like, make sure you know what it is. That's your end game. Make sure you know how to get there, because your actions have to be in alignment with your end game. You cannot be doing stuff over here if your end game is here. Does that make sense? Make sure that your actions, words, your spirit, everything needs to be in alignment with your end game, your goals, what you want, what you wish to achieve. This is manifestation. This is how manifestation works. The season we're in right now is a season of you planting your seeds so that everything comes to fruition. I don't want this to be a super long video, but I do want to start making videos about, the things that I've learned, because it opened the door for me spiritually, and it made me feel a lot less pressured, a lot less anxious, a lot less stressed. So unfortunately, when I am anxious and stressed, it's huge, but it happens much less. What is it that you want? Write it down. What is it that you need to do to get what you want? What are the steps you need to take to get what you want? What's in the way of you getting what you want? Write these things down. Make plans. Don't pray to your higher power and say, I want a relationship. Be specific. You have relationships with your church family. You have relationships with your co-workers. That's your workplace relationship. Yeah, I know this battery died on me. But anyways, I haven't done this in so long. You have all types of relationships. So if something that you're trying to manifest for yourself is a healthy, harmonious, romantic relationship, then say that specifically. Ask for what you want specifically. Don't say, I want a new job. Say, I want a job that provides me with benefits, vacation time, insurance. Be specific in what you ask for, because you get what you ask for. Half the time, you hit a point where you feel like you're facing rejection, right? That means that what you're asking for is not for you. It's not for you. Stop asking for it. If you keep asking for it, from my experience, you'll receive it. And then what you go through after you've received it teaches you. You got rejected for a reason. Stop asking for it, right? Make sure that you're being specific when you ask for things. Make sure that you know what it is you're asking for, what you want. And if you don't, take your time. Be patient with yourself. But here and now, the season that we're in, is harvest time. Know what you're going after. Plant those seeds. Tend to that soil and go after it.
Relax, it's okay, go and take a breath. What's all up in your mind, get it off your chest. Yeah, we all going through it, but it's for the best. It's part of your bigger plan, so just take your test. We always looking at the bad and without notice. Never praising the good, we're acting like the hope.